there's a Magnus in the pool, which I feel like would be a pretty cool pick. I'm looking for offlaners that do well against Naga in the lane or in the game. They've done Necro before, which I feel like makes their draft maybe a little... It can work, but a little awkward. I think Mag is good. I don't know if I... I'm down for this one. Should be the DM Shaker, I think. Never mind.
No.
It's a 4 Shaker with 3 bats.
Does it change your viewpoint on the OG lineup? Do you think the offlane is stronger or weaker now, Kazu?
Maybe slightly less aggression, because I think Bat is a bit more about farming. Like, he's just gonna get his Firefly, his Vanguard, and then farm it up. I think maybe they value the map play a bit more to get him online and play the Shaker as a 4.
All I'm gonna say is if D1 Hustlers can survive the TA Medusa pairing timing of like 20-25 minutes, their draft is so obnoxious. Naga Siren skipping waves, Spirit Breaker skipping waves, Moonlight Shadow, Anti-mage blinking around, Voice Brit, Astral stepping around. Like, if OG don't have a grasp on this game, and at any minute they like lose a second Roshan, for example, or lose kind of understanding what they want to do on the wider map, D1 Hustlers can just death by 1,000 cuts with this starter lineup. But it's a lot of farming for them to get there. So, but if they do, it's going to be so much fun to watch them slowly just whittle down OG. Oh my god.
Okay, so there's like a little bit of a time limit per se on OG's draft. It's not necessarily super early, but Kezu, do you think that there's been holes fixed in some of Hustler's drafting issues that we had 2 days ago? Were you pretty confident in what they've brought to the table in this game 1?
I think they leveled up their draft quite a bit. I would actually prefer to play their draft unless I misunderstand this Medusa matchup a little bit. Like, maybe there's some Mjolnir stuff you do later. But overall, I think OG need to have very good lanes in order to stay in this game.
Okay, a lot of lane pressure, a lot of aggression pressure. We'll see if OG or Hustlers are going to come out on top of game 1 as we get into it with Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you so much, Nat and Trent. I'm excited for this one. It is going to be a bloody day of battles for these teams that are trying to avoid having to drop down against the tiebreaker matchup against Entity. And you know, when T was like, it's gonna feel so good to see them get picked apart, I was like, this guy's a psychopath.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. He's
oh, if he gets to whittle them down into little pieces like he's sitting on the porch with a stick. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I don't know.
Chop them up. I'm gonna chop them up, put them in a trash can. That's weird, man.
That's all I heard, man. Like the Garburator, you know? He's gonna throw in one of those things.
Garburator?
Yeah, I've never had one of those.
Like the garbage disposal?
Yeah, in a sink we call it a Garburator here. But I don't actually know anyone that has them, but apparently that's something Canadians do.
Garburator?
Yeah. I know, right?
That's not, I mean, that sounds like a brand. I think that we're giving too much publicity here. But regardless, Trent, despite the Garburator
it's
action
not, though.
Happen,
that's the thing.
Huh?
No.
What?
Yeah, it's a garbage disposal unit.
Okay.
Also known as a waste disposal unit, garbage disposer, or Garburator.
Jeez,
Get garbered.
That's crazy. Apparently, I'm messed up. I thought you were saying like Gerbers
to battle.
too.
The Urban Dictionary says it is generally considered socially awkward behavior to use this term and should be avoided at all costs. That's a dank description. Shout out to whoever wrote that.
Oh, that is sick. I love that. I actually just typed that up right now. That's why I was a little bit slow.
Yeah, I was a little busy there.
I had to get that one done. All right, well, we're taking a look at this game in spite of Garburation. And it looks like it's just going to be a trade-off of 2 runes apiece. Should be able to bully back Delia Core. Yeah, can't do anything. Make him lane break, though. Sad. Yeah, actually don't.
Kill.
We'll see.
Give me kill.
Trent, what do you think about the drafts? Do you agree with the panel about sort of weird timings that both of these teams are going to have and OG needing to come out of the lanes on top?
Yeah, 100%. I definitely would much rather have the Hustlers draft. I feel like it just seems more likely to succeed. I think Taiga is going to have to really pop off a bit here. I think that when the coin flip comes up for the Tormentor, he's going to be like crossing his fingers like, please God, pick me. I think Shaker as the 4 can work when you get that roll, but when you don't, it just feels so much worse.
That's fair. I will say that just on like a player comfort level, or like play style wise, I like the idea of Taiga playing on a hero like Earthshaker. You know, this guy always think back to like the Enigma in his heyday when he was really making the most on it, just winning his team's game solo, carrying it. But like Earthshaker feels like it fits that archetype, and Chu will manage to get away. A little bit of a blood grenade being thrown out there. Zantic is brought down low also. A lot of low HP heroes to start this one.
Yeah, the bounty support is just gross because of that. He has 8 armor right now. Like, what is that? This guy has 2 sticks, a blood grenade, orb of venom, 8 armor. And how is this fair? So abusing that with the help of the tower to barely survive as well. And of course, we all love just watching someone steal gold here too. At Zantic has to be a bit cautious. Bit of a spicy matchup mid.
He is right on the edge right now. And man, apparently BZM heard everybody talking mess against him, because he is 8-5 right now. 5 denies is pretty freaking good out of the mid lane. The core pulling the wave. Can't do that much more though.
And I heard the panel talking about this matchup of the offlane Anti-mage as well. So yeah, definitely looking to see some improvements here and see how much better it goes. Gets with a blink here with the mana burn, and Yuragi loses all of his mana with just 4 swipes.
Now,
but look at the comeback
blink
damage
in for that, and that is going to cost him maybe. No, he gets the blink away. So able to burn the mana, also brings himself very low.
Yeah, that was a bit risque. And he doesn't have regen, and neither does Spirit Breaker. So the courier is coming out, Tango Salve and Salve. Important couriers versus a bounty hunter that already has Shadow Walk. Gamers beware.
Careful. I mean, he's staying pretty close to the tower right now, you can see. Wanting to make sure they don't lose these ones. So yeah, Divine Llama should be able to get that regen brought out to him. And already trying to queue up that Vanguard. So we'll keep our eyes on this, how that one unfolds. So far, Naga Siren up on the top side hasn't been hurt really at all.
No, she's just chilling. They get the push out there. I'm not sure who got the Lotus up top. Oh, looks like back grabbed it. Okay, nicely done. So OG grabbed the top Lotus. The bottom one was snuck out there by Theolacore. I think these Lotuses in the side lanes are so important. I mean, I guess we all know that, but I feel like I'm trying to make a point of keeping an eye on it at 3 minutes, because it really does feel like something that can shift these lanes.
As the charge comes through and gonna jump now onto Yuragi. Imagine if he had a Lotus right there. Well, it might not matter. Defile Llama in trouble. Stick charge is still at the ready. A bash comes out from Theolacore to keep him at bay. So Defile Llama still understanding the limitations of his hero. And pops the salve right in the face of Chu.
That would be pass over Lotus, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Theolacore handed it to him. Look at that damage.
Yuragi low, dead. First blood. Theolacore takes it. And now, I mean, Divine Llama is dropping somewhat low, but they can't really stand toe-to-toe here. Chu even taking hits from the creeps as he's trying to trade with the AM. Man. All
there you go, though.
Working.
I mean, that's the Lotus, right? Like, you pass over the Anti-mage, you barely survive. They get the turn on the kill. It's just that little bit that you need to get an edge in these lanes. Unfortunately, it still means that he needs another salve, and he's losing gold to the bounty hunter. So, not the most prosperous Anti-mage here. Is up top, Shad finally getting some pressure on him.
And a solo kill, BZM on advantage. We saw the melt strike. Didn't think he was going to go down to the side blades, but just gets killed off. The BZM trying to make up for some of these other lanes. Medusa at least having some issues.
Yeah, he's now going to be coming back at level 4. He'll get 5 off this wave, but still, that's a long time you have to play versus a level 6 TA. And of course, we all have seen this free hit you can get off the deny here. As Taiga gets low, Zantic forced to use a defensive Aether Remnant there as well. Has the sentry down, but he can't even kill the next trap here from BZM, just holding the space.
I mean, there's stuff going on all 3 lanes. A lot is being decided in the next couple of minutes here, and BZM definitely coming out on top of it, Zantic. Do you think that any of these supports can afford to rotate on the side of D1 Hustlers to help him?
That's a fair question. I mean, Hakoda's playing the 5 Mirana, not typically the best of those rotations. Let's see if a good setup, which maybe you can get, but not particularly, right? And Earthshaker, much more formidable with that, especially with the bat in the off lane. Taiga loves having this space to roam. That's always been very important for him, whether it be the Enigma or the Shaker like this. So getting here to punch and bully a little bit as they get a side blade onto that courier. Ouch.
Llama tries to get away from Chu. Sort of seen that can't really do much there. He's only got 15 and 5 last hits in spite of that earlier kill. And now, who gets it? Oh, Chu able to pick it up in time. Dude, there's always that like fear where you click on it and it like doesn't actually go to you. I don't know what happened with that thing, but I feel like it always happens to me.
Yeah, you need to not mash it. You gotta like click once and you gotta wait a second or whatever. It's not fun. Runes ganked by supports. Taiga has to pick it up so Fiolacor doesn't get it. The Spirit Breaker can't hold it for his mid. Oh, blocked off. No charge.
Connection, and maybe the kill given over to the bounty hunter. And now they're getting set up to bring numbers for this, to come and invade.
7 minutes, baby. Get it.
Are you and Hustlers gonna bring anything to stop this?
No. This is just gone.
Wow.
And he's gonna try, but I mean, they have 2 stuns. He's got mangoes on Chu.
Oh my God, they're TP'd in. They're bringing the Void Spirit. They have to get this. If they don't manage to, the stun is there, and a Taiga picks up the Wisdom Rune. They're gonna lose both supports, but that is both Wisdom Runes picked up.
I mean, honestly, losing 2? I don't know. Is that worth? Forcing the rotation. I mean, Mirana's picking up the slack mid. She gets a little bit of the spare XP. It's not too bad. Getting a double kill for it as well.
Right.
It is a lot of XP though, obviously, because it's a total of 560 since it goes to 2 people. I didn't check the XP on the kills, but Arrow's missing there mid.
I mean, definitely better than just getting both Wisdom Runes taken, at least for D1 Hustlers. Being able to find those kills important. And I guess we'll have to see if, the levels come in time for the rest of D1 Hustlers, if that ends up being worth it or not. You definitely feel happy about getting levels on a bounty.
Yeah, you can see Fiolacor there having a fun time. Just walking up to Yuragi in the jungle, give him a bash and a little hit there, but doesn't stop Yuragi from farming. Has the Trez as the Band of Elven Skin and is stacking up the camps himself, so Medusa is on her way to doing Deuce things, but checking back in on our Naga Siren, she's found a fight here.
Oh, and Fiolacor make a long charge come in. There's the help. Taiga doesn't have another enchant totem for a couple of seconds. He managed to get the refraction off, and now the lasso. Everybody on OG super low. BZM is going to get killed off. Fisher came back up a second too late. OG bring numbers to help, but on Hustlers, they're there first.
DM still too tanky though, even with like multiple heroes nearby. Not easy for them to deal with a Bat Rider with a Vanguard right now. At least he'll stay up, but yeah, losing BZM does hurt. Obviously, you're looking to play an earlier timing right now for OG, and Templar Assassin, she's one of those heroes that everyone always knows you don't want to lose. You have a bad time.
See that, Trent?
Tiger's double stack.
Oh.
A Shaker double. That's pretty good. You need that on Shaker, right?
I like that. I hadn't seen that one before.
Divine Llama is coming up here with this charge. Not an easy kill. Yeah, they back it off. Does have vision as correctly spotted out there. Unfortunately, it is disappearing here soon.
Right.
So if he comes too late with a sentry, he's gonna be very disappointed to find out. But Divine Llama dust there onto Chu. Easy arrow.
Coming.
Brings in one DM. And they have a charge on him now, too. Taiga throws out the fissure.
Dire's bottom tower.
That's just going to be the extent of it.
And BZM's getting to work on those stacks, though. Put himself top of the net worth board right now. Do they have stacks on the other ancients? They do, yeah. All right. And this is something that Templar Assassin benefited a lot from through the stacks, or through the patches, right? 5 stacks here from the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's getting more of these stacks than they used to. You can see it, they're scouting out using the arrow there, being like, oh damn, there's still a lot of creeps, even though I just killed one up there with that arrow. Fiolacor blocked it, but there is a charge. In fact, Taiga might be dead here.
They're bringing DM over.
Oh, Atlantic. Yeah, he gets pushed back by BZM, so.
Great break. Connection. Taiga. Another fissure. Fiolacor. Just going to drop the lasso on him. So they do manage to get that kill.
Yeah, I envisioned like arrow coming in plus then the rotation from Atlantic, but instead he gets bullied by BZM, and then you get the fly in from DM. So helping out their Shaker here and keeping his ball rolling. These days, you definitely want to try and get towards the Blink Dagger if possible on the Shaker. We had a long time where it felt like Shard was way more viable because if you went Blink, you basically had to sit on a lane by yourself from like 13 to like 15 or later minutes. Or, well, more like, 17 minutes, let's be real. So now you can still do that and get a Shard, It feels a lot better if you use the Torbat there. Yeah, he is up there.
Oh my god, Dakota. I mean, he did a good job blocking out the hard camp and the Ancients, it looked like. Got a block of the sentry there. But doesn't have given up his life. So you talk about this sort of Shaker obviously wanting to get to the Blink Dagger, the importance of it in this game. That sort of segues into the fact that OG needed to come out of the lanes ahead. It's a 2K gold lead. How good is this for them? Is this basically just like what needed to happen for there to be Dota played and not just the stomp?
Yeah, I would say so. Ideally, your TA is even a little bit more ahead, right? Like, I think she's... Oh,
tries to get him. Okay, that's not going to happen. Surely.
That's a lot of damage. There's a Fisher in 3. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Fisher. So close.
Loaded to the gills.
Ow.
They did way less damage than I expected.
Dire's middle tower has
It's
fallen.
almost like he has 45% magic resistance or something right now. Weird.
That's fair. It's strange.
Dire's top tower is under
Okay, well,
attack.
BZM took the mid tower, and now 3K gold lead. They're starting to build up a bit of a snowball, it feels like, here on OG. Forcing a lot of rotations on
Dire's
him.
top
I was
tower
like doing the math. I was like,
is
how is he
under attack.
surviving? But it's the occult bracelet with the 10% magic resistance. Jeez,
Yeah.
my brain was melting. I was like trying to figure it out by its levels. That'll do it. How about this time, though?
Not so much. Not really. Wow. Just walked out and echoed him. That is a big kill.
When you get echo kills as Shaker, no blink, that's a good feeling. That's how you know you're gonna have yourself a good game. And
Doesn't have
again,
tumble
more
stack.
stacks. And a tumble stack?
No, he didn't even have that.
Oh, I see.
Chilling. 4K now. 13 minutes. TM just keeps farming these stacks that have been built up. Up top, the core. Thought about the ulti there onto Chu, who is kind of lacking mana right now on this mount.
They're gonna try to start something with the battle mage here.
Good core. Drop it. It's TM that goes down first. They go for any more. Dubai Llama blinked in. 4 seconds. It's just gonna get dropped. So the Anti-mage not really doing what they need him to right now. Slow down, not quite gonna be able to fully control the core yet, but as he tries to charge away Taiga with the fissure, back up, connects, and a double for Chu, both track kills.
Unique kill. Taiga's making this look way too good. I think part of why it's working so well is the fact that they have this offlane anti-mage, funnily enough.
Tower has fallen.
Right.
Like you keep seeing Taiga ping him right away the second that he blinks in. Because he's just like, all right, focus this guy.
Dire's
Because like they
bottom
feel
tower
forced
is
to
under
fight and
attack.
battle with this anti-mage they have. Because like what else is he gonna do, right? He can't farm right now. There's a Naga Siren on his team. He's supposed to force fights. But they're never really getting these fights where the Void Spirit's also there and in sync and like battling together. So his anti-mage is just being left out on an island. And Taiga is like, they just have fights that are in their favor. Like Shaker's not really the best at fighting before blink, unless you have like Fisher into easy
Radiant's
setup. But
bottom tower
I think
is under
because they're
attack.
relatively disorganized and kind of weak right now on the side of Hustlers, Taiga's really taking a big advantage of it. He's also a little more farmed than you might expect just because of the stacks. Again, like it definitely adds up with how much his teammates are clearing them.
Clearing those out and building up for Shaker to be a very strong hero. Looks like the correct way to play this one is DM.
Dire's
Tried to
middle
turn
tower
it, get
is
some
under
damage on a
attack.
deal core. Might actually burn
Radiant's
down from
bottom
that, but not going to be
tower
able
is
to in
under
time. Yeah, that kill right there feels pretty nice on the Bat Rider, but it also speaks to what like has to happen for D1 Hustlers to stay in this. And I think it's a shocking statement that you say that Anti-mage offlane has difficulty fighting. I can't believe it.
What can I say? It's times have changed
Very
in the past week and a half, it would seem. I mean, you pick it for the Medusa. He has not seen the Medusa in several minutes. We've seen Medusa. They have not. She's just been farming through the camps. She's doing quite well. She's not the same level as the Naga Siren, but you wouldn't really expect her to be at this point. But she has the Manta. she's ready to go and fight. They committed 4 heroes to kill a bounty hunt, or sorry, to kill a bat rider, and meanwhile they're just gaining a gold lead on the side of OG. They're gonna be ready to head to that Roche soon, get the Tormentor, and really like the butterfly timing is just when they just put the foot on the gas and go.
Yeah. Well, and you talked about the sort of tactic. That's something we can look at is like how many stacks have actually been done in this game. The amount of gold that's given Taiga and XP as Chu is going to get brought down. Again, the combination feels very strong, and they can link together that Void Spirit, Spirit Breaker, or the AM. But it's kind of been like pick off central after these towers have gone down. See if D1 Hustler is trying to keep this gank train moving.
Yeah, Xantic really needs to flex with this Echo Saber. That's very hard to do because he's, you know, if you get in a bit too deep, there's Lasso, there's Fisher. It just takes a moment, and plus you're being tracked the whole time, and they don't really have a way to deal with this track at all. I mean, obviously the Naga Siren can dispel, but everybody else is just going to be stuck with it.
And he is going that Crimson Guard build they're talking about. You know, it's going to be interesting to watch. Chu starting to rotate top now to join up with the rest of his team. DM with that Octarine Core already done. Who are they going to run into? Back, Helio Core finds him.
Radiant's middle tower
Earthshaker, Blink Dagger, it's being flown out right now. This would be a huge window for them, taking this fight right as it's delivered.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Arrow goes out, connects now onto the bounty. Not a ton of vision in this area for the D1 Hustlers. I found Fisher, Lasso connection, and that is a kill. Divine Llama goes down.
And he's already pretty poor. The bounty is going to surpass him soon. Chu is so rich.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. Oh my god, they're looking for more. The Fisher connects, the stun, Hakoda has to back away. Taiga walks into vision for a moment. You might realize he has that blink up now, but thankfully for D1 Hustlers, they're cutting these waves with Naga.
I know, Shad's gonna have to try and set up some nutty plays when he eventually gets involved in this game. He's done a great job clutching things out on the Faceless Void. Kind of a similar situation, obviously a little bit easier on Void to set up for the big team fights as a carry player, but Naga, you can get the same thing going if you get a really clutch song, be it as an initiation or as a bit of a break up there. So like combo break what your opponents are doing. And it is a lot of combo plays we're looking for. Like maybe the Echo comes out and then the song's there. That could be something for them. They're going to find the Oldacon again.
He walked right over that ward. They were smoked and revealed himself just immediately dead. So these track kills building up more of that lead before Naga comes online. It does sort of speak to, okay, are they going to have like the sort of ability to deal with this Medusa when the butterfly's here? And it's getting close. And now just right to Roche. They got Nesso on TA, why not?
Yeah, this is just going by the formula, right? They take the Roche, they'll have the Aegis, they'll get the Tormentor, they'll push the tier 2s. They could even poke and prod the tier 3s a little bit, but they really don't need to.
He's under attack.
There is a wave coming mid. I would like to see this saved here from DM. There's really no reason to give this up. Like, you're in such control. Like, I don't even like giving away a tier 1 for free, but he's going to be too late. So, good play there by the Hustlers to at least get something.
Well, I have found the solution, Trent, and so too have D1 Hustlers. Double Philly Stone, baby. Let's go. They got so much GPM.
A whole new world.
Only solution.
They got Heart. They got Crimson Guard. They got Heart of Taras. They don't have the Heart of Roche, though. That's with BZM right now.
Radiant's
also,
bottom
it's like
tower is under attack.
so sad. Crimson Guard with like 50 strength.
Yeah, it's all those offlaners flexing, you know. Oh, buy Crimson Guard. It's like, we have Crimson Guard at home. It's just this guy. Yeah.
Got 1.6 strength gain on AO. It's so garbage.
This guy needs a protein shake, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there it is. The pupils gift. That just helped.
That's pretty sick, actually. That's nice. Yeah. That's huge. Those are gains.
Oh, jeez. All right, 20-minute mark. And tier 1 tower is still the only thing taking both top and mid. As OG, she was going to go scout. Might find a little tasty treat. Oh no, Hakoda runs into him.
Oh God, dude, he almost zagged right back into it.
But Chad.
They want to force us on here.
Echo on the illusion. No, DM, that's not what you're supposed to do. Oh, a little bit of a bait there. Turned upon. Going to try and charge out of it. Silence on the Shad, and now Enchant Totem still no song used. They're waiting this one out. Try and turn it. Tigers ends up falling. Now also going to go down, but Yuragi living through it. Already used the Mana Void. Yuragi 2 chase forward, and Xantic drops low. Silence dead. Chameleon Core turned upon for another round after the buyback. They have to back away.
Dire's
But
bottom
I
tower
don't know
is
if they
under
can
attack.
really do that much. This shard getting so much value for the TA. Shad turns now onto the bounty, and Chu, he stepped too far.
Dire's bottom tower
Ends
has
up
fallen.
9. Charge on, oh, misclick. Probably meant to go on the TA there.
Oh man, the shard is just so sick. Honestly, the best thing that happened to TA was taking the shard away from Roach, because now they just buy it earlier and they're like, oh, this is actually really broken. Maybe I should have been buying this myself anyway and not waiting for a second Roach.
Yeah,
Like they're basically just doubling down on the fact they have weak dispels right now, right? Like this Anti-mage dispel, it's gonna be a while.
He's
Got a
mine.
Crimson Guard first. He doesn't have a Manta. Anybody else? I mean, the Lotus pickup from the Mirana is massive. They desperately need that, because even the Void Spirit, right? Trying to get in there, like he is by a halberd, trying to protect him from the Medusa. And Strug City versus this Silence.
And it's not feeling like the answers are coming quick enough, although that halberd gun, like you talked about on the Void Spirit, it's going to be helpful. AM working on his too. That is one of the big answers. But they needed about and Medusa. This Aegis in hand, well, even when you lasso yourself, it's still going to be enough to get the kill.
But it hides from the unworthy.
And the rest of the team just runs away. I wonder, like, Shad gets into
Dire's
Scotty.
top tower is
What
under
then?
attack.
Like, can they fight then? I guess so. If he is
Dire's
Scotty and it's
structures
Xantic gets a
are
decent jump into the fight, we get rolling halberds on the TA or the Medusa.
Radiant
There's still so much to
structures
contend
are
with, though,
fortified.
because I'm looking at, like, Stone Gaze playing in these fights, and then I'm thinking about these TA traps
Dire's
still going to be a
top
big
tower
issue for a lot of
is
these people,
under attack.
all while there's a lurking Earthshaker being gifted vision from a bounty hunter. Everything just stacks up so nicely for OG at the moment.
And I
Dire's
don't
top tower
really
has fallen.
know what Divine Llama does in these fights, you know? Like, he's bringing to the table
Radiant's
Crimson
middle
Guard on
tower
one of the
is under
heroes
attack.
that's, like, literally one of the worst items that you can get. One of the worst iterations of Crimson Guard you can get. There's very few heroes that have lower strength into that. But it is a Crimson Guard, you know? It's gonna block some damage. Jump forward, blows up Hakoda.
Seemed excessive.
Radiant's middle
answer.
tower is under attack.
Really wanted that kill.
Oh, yeah. Really wants to stay in Div 1. I got bringing him down there.
Radiant's
And
bottom
after the tier 2
tower
tower
is under
taken,
attack.
trying to close out this map.
Nullifier the next consideration as well for Yuragi, just keeping it rolling.
Yeah.
Try and reduce a lot of these defensive choices. You know, talk about that Crimson Guard. See you later.
Bro.
Don't have to worry about that.
For the side of T1 Hustlers, it feels like that they need some sick charges. They need really good arrows. And they will find Chu here, but track run away.
So fast.
Very swift, and Taiga there for the cover. Oh, they wanted to get a kick off there real bad.
They're gonna try and get a third halberd on Theolacor. You know, I mean, it is TA and Medusa. I mean, honestly, yes. Like, what else is he gonna buy? He's not gonna Shadow Blade this game. That's not gonna happen. So, it's kind of the only solid one they have. Hakoda trying to get towards a gem, because the vision game has certainly been a problem between the TA traps and just some solid warding coming out thanks to the invisible movements of Chu.
Yeah.
Times have been a bit tough for them.
I mean, I think that D1 Hustlers lineup definitely sort of excels in chaos. And you know, this Naga Siren can do a lot of damage when left unchecked, and weird things are happening. So if they can make that chaos happen, maybe there's a chance. But OG, they look very well set up to try and close this game out if they can just keep their wits about them.
I wish they had just done the Tormentor instead of making Taiga buy the shard. I mean, I feel like you at least do the Tormentor first, you know?
Dire's middle tower is
Fair.
under attack.
Because, like, yeah, I mean, in a sense, sure, you just need Blink and and Shard on a Shaker, and you're kind of happy. But Shaker also does benefit from, you know, arcades
Dire's
or
middle
an
tower
additional
is under
mobility
attack.
item, maybe like a Force Staff.
Radiant's
Or
bottom
his own
tower
Lotus Orb
is
could be
under
kind of cool
attack.
this game. I don't know. Seems
Well, and-
sad.
yeah. No, I'm with you. Now it's bounty hunting. I mean, but so one other thing I want to mention is I'm looking at this graph right now that we have, and it is just a solid peak straight up for gold and experience. When you look at win probability, it is staying
Invisibility.
shockingly equal. It's at 62% right now. This is sort of an interesting phenomenon that makes me think if OG do mess up one time, that can swing back the other way super hard.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's that low. I mean, I agree the chances are still pretty decent considering for the Hustlers, simply because, like, yeah, they have Anti-mage versus Medusa as they're getting a jump on the Hakoda off the top. You can see that one of the problems is they spend a lot of time just trying to get any kill.
Nice jump pass over. Hakoda gonna die, but pass it to Xantic first.
Yeah, that was sick.
Tyga survives.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they had a hard time forcing anything with the last Aegis. I mean, they got the tier 2, so I guess that's fine. It should be the next one, though, where if they don't lose anything big across the map, where Hustlers, they haven't really been able to make anything happen with the Spirit Breaker, they're not able to, like, lock anybody down, go for some big blow-up play. If they get that Aegis and approach the high ground, you imagine it's going to be pretty tough for them to be dealt with here. It is going to be 2 minutes, though. It's a longer spawn, as they are lurking near the Dire Ancients.
Gotta be real careful here for OG. Could definitely fall apart in a moment. And is this the moment they want to fight? They have Scotty done on Shad to the lasso. They find the vision. The short from Earthshaker doing so much for that kill. It is completely disrupting the fight. EZM Blinks aggressively blows up at Xantic. That's Gem on the ground. They got to get the hell out of here. Tyga hunting, the silence is there. On to Shad, they find him with the fissure. They have the enchant totem afterwards. This is on the stun, but Shad turned upon. Echo connects Tyga right on top of that Naga Siren. And death is there. Tabai Lama can't find a target to jump on. Huge win for OG.
He just couldn't get into that one.
Illusion.
Poor Xantic dies. The projectile's mid-air as he halberds the TA. It's just a little bit too late there. And obviously, again, yeah, Tyga with the great initiation there into the lasso. No real chance for him to get anything off in that fight. Now the Force is trying to keep the split push up here with Divine Llama. No plays there from the AM.
They just didn't get to do anything walking up that. I mean, look at this replay here. The fissure completely disrupted everything.
It really did. The charge into the lasso, like Spirit Breaker initiation gone. Their other big disruptor of the Void Spirit eliminated. And then the song is used as he dies, and they even lose their gem. Like, it was just a complete disaster on all fronts.
Yeah. Really, really tough stuff coming out from them. And yeah, for T1 Hustlers, you know, it sort of speaks to the problem. It's just sort of a straight-on fight. And you have to walk through sort of funneled going to high ground. Even going low ground, they were right into the Stone Gaze too. But smoke up. They want to make something happen. Stone Gaze is back up. No echo for 30.
They even lost their Wizard Rune there as well. It was scooped up there from by OG. Cheese will also fall to them.
Medusa? All alone?
She
Away
has
from the
to
rest
die.
of the team? They gotta get this kill if they want any hope at all. Gone! Dead for 70 seconds. Divine Llama is the one that's lassoed, but... Well, gee, for no reason, Yuragi just in mid. Are they gonna end up losing Roche off this? T1 Hustlers
Shoot tracks
chasing,
himself.
looking for more, and yeah, now they're in track hold for themselves if they get this kill. Connect the fissure, the turn, damn it, they're all lined up. EZM finds one, doesn't get another. Winged Root, the disarm, long duration on this TA, just can't hit on anybody, but the Echo is there, and the second halberd. She is not doing any damage right now. Xantic gonna get caught. He's the one that's gonna be left behind as they try and chase. Long range hit for the connection, and now Chad, he's the one that's caught out. Didn't TP away with the song, and now the lasso for the kill. What a wild series of feelings I'm having after that fight. What the hell?
Bounty.
I like the fact that Hustlers just went crazy after they killed Medusa. I think that's your only hope. Like, they know they're in a terrible spot this game. They have to hope there's some more mistakes made. They kind of get it with the Chew track into an additional cache, and then they get DM, but as you chase, you're into the Radiant Tier 2, buyback on DM. Great Fisher there from Taiga. Imagine if he had the blink up when he got that insane Fisher on like 4 of them too. Thankfully, it was on cooldown, but then after he gets that long range cancel versus the Naga Song, not many heroes that can do it. I guess it is only 1200 radius to be fair at this point, but well done there from Taiga. Helps him secure what should have been a free escape from Xantic. Now BKB there from Chew.
Wow. Big. Yeah, I do. I mean, obviously so tough to know in the midst of the fight like that what the right play is, but I wonder if they could have gotten Roche or something. Probably not. The buybacks could have come, but regardless, it is going to be OG picking up the Roche. We saw how much damage BZM had done in the course of this game. I think it was like 28,000. It's almost more than the entire team of D1 Hustlers right now. He is just completely taken over this game, enabled by those stacks early. And I mean, they're strong. They're really, really strong.
I mean, Taiga's the second highest damage too. Like, he is crushing it on this Earthshaker this game. Very impressive performance on a hero that I think is hard to make shine right now out of the support role. I feel like the cores have been a little bit more popular,
Radiant's
at least in
middle
terms of like
tower is
high tier
under
pubs.
attack.
But I mean, he really picked a good game for it. I feel like it's a hero that can really easily flounder. But again, the inability to really fight from Hustlers because the Anti-mage just doesn't slot in, right? Like, he's here to fight the Medusa, but in order for them to beat OG, they had to combat them without the Medusa. They were fighting without Medusa for a long time, and so the Anti-mage is just a liability.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, that is definitely what it's been feeling like right the last couple of minutes, is a liability, some more value now. With that Heaven's Halberd completed, obviously, you see just right now how good that can be against the TA. Let's actually get the blink back. Long duration. The problem is there's 2 heroes that need it. Well, I mean, just a paperweight at this point.
All right, what are we doing?
Mama gets destroyed. They buy back. They're really trying to go for this. The BKB out the back away, echo down, connection. Total destruction as OG are just walking high ground. There is nothing left here at all for D1 Hustlers. Chad, Chase, caught, going to be dropping soon. The Fisher is there. BKBs are out. Taiga tries to back away to my llama. They're right on top of this Medusa, who is disarmed, but there is just no follow-up damage. Taiga even gonna pop the Lotus, backs away. I think that one was passed over by a friend.
Radiant's top tower
30,000 gold lead. They set their sights onto Xantic. That Void Spirit's gone, and it's going to be GG. Game 1. This series going their way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to accuse the old Donut Plus a bit of fake hype there, a little passer in the AI, it would seem, because I don't know. This one was a long road in favor of OG, and they finally slapped it down there in the end, just saying, yeah.